Peace, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Ayoka, and I am the creator of this awesome community. Thank you again for all of y'all support, y'all love, the love offerings, and all of the great comments that you have been leaving. Okay, now you guys remember that this is a collective reading, so everybody is on a different timeline at a different in a different journey of their life, right? So this message might not be for you all the time, okay? Or maybe it just may not have happened just yet. But if you're not connecting to the message, it's fine, okay? So don't put out any negative energies. Try to stay balanced, try to stay positive because energy is very fluid. And just thinking that it could be just projected towards me, my whole community can pick up on that energy, right? So again, if you feel as though this is not your message or it doesn't make sense for you, yeah, then that's fine. You don't have to stay here. Point blank. Okay. I don't need any negative comments. I don't need any negativity whatsoever. Right. I'm only here to do a service. Okay. And this is intuitive advice. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to take it because we all have free will. And I don't literally have to sit here and explain this because I think I explain it through every video unless you fast forward it. Right. But however, I just want to show my love and my gratitude for all of my people that's a part of my collective, right, and a part of my soul tribe here who have definitely been supporting me and lifting me up through this journey. It's not easy being a reader, as most of you know. It's a lot of energy work and pulling in so many different people's energy and staying balanced and staying encouraged and still learning and developing and growing within my own spiritual gifts as well. But however, I do want to continually remind you guys of how grateful I am, and this is why I keep constantly using my energy so that my spirit guides can come through to speak to you. So don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share button if you feel in my vibe. All right, now flip the roles as you see fit. You know who plays what in your story. I don't. All right, so I don't know if you're masculine or feminine that I'm talking to. All I know is I'm picking up on energy. If it doesn't feel like it's yours, then it's somebody else's. All right, now basically saying it's your person or whoever is involved in your life, whether this is a work situation, a family member, or a lover. All right, if your sun, moon, or rising is in Virgo, how you doing? If you a Virgo lover, hello, how you doing? Y'all stay spying on us, but it's okay. All right, so don't be offended too if some stuff come out of here and we talking about you. Okay, but however, y'all, I'm gonna set my intentions real quick before I get started because you know how it go. We need to be energetically aligned. Okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, my angelic guides, for helping me with this collective reading for Virgo. Thank you so much for giving us the scoop on what's the energy for today, and also protecting us as we go through the spiritual gates to commune with you, closing the gates to anything or anyone who's not in alignment with the divine will, or the purpose of these readings. Thank you for protecting me from any psychic attacks and any negative energies being projected towards me, or any spell work being used to stop me or halt me from using my voice tonight. Thank you so much for hearing me clearly and speaking through me in a most powerful way, as you usually do for my fellow Virgos tonight. All right, y'all. So I'm jumping right in. I'm recording on my laptop, y'all. So pray for me that this works well. It don't start to slow down, acting all funky, and it don't freeze. Okay, I just felt the urge to like, all right, let me try and see, because I would like to not feel rushed, even though I love using my cell phone because I use my iMovie and then I'm able to do like different edits, add pictures and music and stuff like that. You can do that through YouTube editor, but it's a little bit more complicated and I don't have the mental space to figure it out right now. But however, let me jump right in. Thank you, my spirit team. What's the message for Virgo for tonight? What's the energy update for Virgo? What is it that they need to know in regards to their situation here? Thank you. What's the energy for Virgo tonight? Change your life. God damn. So guess what? That's not so bad, right? This is about the number 7. Number 7 is about completion. I love sevens. Y'all, I got divorced 7/1/17. I know that shit was divinely ordered. I was married to my karmic, y'all. Shh. But however, it took me 20 something years to break those chains. But I was free, okay? And I needed that, right? Because without those lessons, I'm not able to actually help other people to evolve. But really, what's happening is There is a sudden revelation that's going to take place in your life, okay? And it's going to offer freedom. It's offering freedom, whether it's for you or whether this is for your person. But whatever the procrastination is that was happening before, yeah, that's is no more procrastination. That's all I'm picking up. It's no more procrastination. It's a time and space for opportunities that are going to bring change into your situation. Whether this is love, money, career, however, your life is getting ready to change for the better is what I'm picking up here. This is about completion. You guys completed a cycle just recently here, and now you're being opened up to so much more, y'all. And it's going to offer y'all some freedom here, where you've probably been feeling restricted previously before. And again, y'all, if this is not your energy, it's your person's energy. All right, thank you. Tell us more about this change in lifetime, Spirit. Ooh. They have a lot to say to you. That's all I know. Your person is super excited, and I'm picking that up because of these changes that are coming in, and they're inspired is also what I'm feeling. Thank you. Tell me more about this. Change your life card. Elaborate on this. Yep, they have the strength. They have the courage and the willpower to come forward now to offer you this. So this is a time to celebrate in the will card. So what happens? The number 10, again, completion, endings. Something ended, and now guess what? You got something beginning here. The wheel has turned. This is all about new beginnings for you guys. All of that procrastination, the delays, bam. There's a change in direction that's getting ready to take place in your life, and it's offering you happiness here. And it has a lot to do with this. You see these two people? The four of Gabriel is usually like the four wands in traditional tarot. It's about a time to celebrate. It's about weddings, engagements, public stuff, like where you can have parties and have a firm foundation or solid foundation, right? And all of this, again, as you can see with all of these cards, it's angels on every last one of them, watching over and protecting y'all. Yo, this is dope. So your person has released themselves from a burdensome situation. They no longer feel restricted here. They have the strength now where they can come forward here and actually celebrate with you. Babe, let me tell you, this card also represents like weddings, like I said. So whatever this is, they're getting ready to take something to the next step here. This is divinely guided also is what I'm getting. So they're getting these downloads, and it's coming from the universe here that's encouraging them to keep pushing forward. They have the willpower to do this now. Wow, thank you. Tell us more about this. I'm hearing forgiveness. Okay, you guys. So if you still are holding on to any resentment, it's time to forgive. Is what Spirit is saying. It's not for your person, it's for you. So that you can be free. Okay? Now, the Moon card. There's an opportunity that's coming again. And these plans that your person had before, they were failed plans when it came to this connection here. And now they're improving these plans. They're listening to their intuition here. What did I tell y'all? With the universe, right? I spoke that, and it's on the bottom of the card, really. So this is about judgment, self-evaluation. Your person has been doing all of that, right? Because the number 9 is what's standing out on this card at this point. Okay, the numbers are highly important because yeah, they definitely speak of some truth outside of the card too as well. But however, right, your person is facing their fears, and they are growing stronger because they're able to face it. They had a lot of uncertainty. It was a lot of deception, y'all. We know that, right? But now they're improving these plans that they once had. But this time, they're listening to their intuition while doing this. Now, again, thank you. Tell us more. Tell me about this moon card here. Yeah, they want to work on this connection, y'all. They're ready to work on this. And they've been really focused on how to cultivate this, or how to come about coming towards you to actually see, like, yeah, You ready to work on this with me? Is we good? Have you forgiven me or not? Right? But they ain't gonna probably say it like that. But you know how it is when they kind of be in this energy of being a little scared to come forward because you may go all Queen of Swords on them. But however, right, they are ready to nurture this connection because they love you. They're ready to do that. They ready to do anything right now because they love you, because they see that, you're beautiful here. You offer them this abundance. It's like this thing where they're ready to just literally celebrate you because you put in so much effort into this connection here. They're being practical about it, but they're also receiving advice as well on what to do. So there's advice that's coming in, whether again it's from the universe or someone close to them that's helping them to be able to create this for this connection here. Now there's a movement that's coming into as well, and it's coming in fast, and they're determined. So your person is very determined by this. So let me see what this Chariot card is about. The number 7 is on this card again. So this is about completion. Your person is coming in regardless of whatever the obstacles are that are in their way. They coming, all right, and they're coming fast. Okay, so they're coming in at a King of Gabriel energy, which means they're in their king status here. They're not operating in their lower energies right now, and they are very driven, and they see the bigger picture on top of that, right? Now, let me see. I'm going into my tarot. So okay, here we go. I'm working in a different space now, so this is crazy. Look, this is crazy. I don't got that much space. Tell me more about this. What's going on here, Spirit? What's the bigger picture? What's the bigger picture here for Virgo? They're ready to work with you. Again, bam. There was a lack of cohesion between y'all two, but guess what? They ready to share their life with you. All right, they ready to bring y'all goals together and literally live this life out with you. There was a lot of conflict happening in their practical life, y'all. This is why they couldn't come together with you. This is why you guys were the lovers in reverse. This is what brought the imbalance into y'all life because of the conflict. It didn't really have anything to do with y'all union and per se. It was about some type of disharmony that was taking place between them and some other people, on top of them fearing commitment on top of that, right? Now, it seems like every time they get into these situations where it gets a little deep, it leads to some type of consequence. That's why they usually are hopeless or really don't have anything positive to think or feel when it comes to love here. But now they having some faith, okay? And I'm getting that they're healing from the past here. The World card is out again. This is about completion. This is literally a point where you guys are actually the word completion just keeps standing out to me. You're completing a cycle here. All of the efforts that you put in are paying off. This is going towards a major milestone, you guys. One that's going to offer you unity. Thank you. The Strength card, again. Your person is actually really confident about this. Where before, y'all, it was so much self-doubt, so much, I'm going to say it, weakness that they were feeling when it came to this, or not even having a confidence. Why? Because of the simple fact that either you was in your Queen of Swords energy and they like, my person gonna shut me down. Virgo gonna shut me the hell down, and it's gonna be some type of conflict where they gonna set a boundary and they gonna end it with me. All right, so it was a lot of that going on, and on top of that, they have this Queen of Swords energy coming in that's in a reverse. So with somebody in that life that's also contributing some type of toxic energy towards their connection, right? And that person could be being manipulative in some kind of way or cold-hearted, but whatever it is that was happening in that situation here, your person literally, or this masculine energy, whoever is who, in my collective right now, is running towards their goals here, really ready to complete that, regardless again of the challenge. You don't care. Straight don't care about whatever those challenges are that could be happening with that Queen of Swords in the reverse. Your person is just determined right now. And like, I'm determined. They were having a difficult time committing previously before, but now they're seeing the bigger picture here. A lot of this was about some type of need that they might have had for intellectual stimulation, and every little shiny thing that came across, it was like, ooh, what's that, what's that? But that's that non-committal energy there, right? That's that energy that you put out when you aren't really ready to get into something because you're scared you're going to be hurt. So you don't allow yourself to connect to people on an intimate level. So the best way to avoid doing that is to what? Keep jumping from connection to connection to connection to connection. But then here we go. Here come Virgo coming in as a freaking empress or the emperor, right? If you masculine, coming in here like this. And they like, wait, I think I want to come out of my singleness. I'm ready to Virgo got me ready to what? Commit. You done turn someone who is non-committal into someone who wants to commit. Someone who's thinking about it. They was in the hermit. This you, Virgo. We stay here. We don't have no problem with going and withdrawing our energy and going with that. Hold up. I got all the answers inside of me. It's safe there. So that, yeah, I'm going to go in hermit mode while you go out there and keep fucking around. All right. But pretty much this is in the reverse. So when it's in the reverse position, it's saying that someone is ready to come out of isolation. It's no more being in a single state or in solitude or doing self-reflection. This is something where it's like, all right, now I'm ready to come out. Be social. I don't want to be single no more. I want to return to society. I want to see what's going on out there. You know, where before it's like, nah, I'm doing a lot of reflection. But they want to offer you something. Ace of Pentacles. And it's something that's going to be steady is what I'm getting. Again, this is the opportunity. This is what Spirit's been saying the whole reading. Where's that first card at? Let me pull that card out. This is something that's going to change your goddamn life. Smile. Be happy. Be joyous, y'all. All right? Hold on. Because it's something you've been praying for. And now the wheel has turned. So is that either you want it or you don't. If you don't, it's all good. You know what I mean? But you're here watching it, so you definitely got a little bit of hope inside of you where you feel as though your situation going to have to change at some point, because with the will, it has to turn. It has to change at some point. Things ain't going to keep staying the same. All right, and if it does stay stagnant, then Spirit comes along and sends a tower and make things shift and change, right? But this wheel is turning. And the way that the wheel is turning in your favor. Okay, so things are getting ready to get better for you, and it's going to change your life. I'm not going to lecture y'all. But sometimes some of my collective or some of my people that just drop in need to hear it that way. Either you love it or you don't. And if you don't, it's okay. It's okay. Look at you. The Empress. The Empress has come out again. Bam. Except for these cards are so much more prettier. Look at that. Okay, so the Empress. That means that you are birthing all kinds of opportunities for yourself. And I'm talking about you attract circumstances to you right now that are leading you to happiness. So just be kind to yourself, all right? Your ability to manifest is on point because of your alignment with self. Point blank, right? Your person was being deceptive, lying, cheating, dishonest, not speaking the truth. Okay? Operating here and being here. Not making no offers, no invitations, no nothing. They disappointed and shit. Why? They mad and disappointed because they were throwing out empty promises and failing to commit to you. And who are you? The Empress or the Emperor. And they know it. Okay? And they know it now. They see it. And they ready to act on those plans. Okay? They ready to try it again. They ready to act on those plans here and offer you something that's abundant. Thank you. You walked away and that's good. Why? Because they were operating in their lower selves. We got to remember that when you operating in your devil energy and in your lower energies, yeah, you're going to keep pushing out bullshit. No, you don't got to take it. Right? And it ain't saying accept it because somebody ain't elevating, they ain't tapped into their higher self. But just think about it when you was operating it. We all been there where we weren't able to come out of those addictions, right? Now, Your person is overwhelmed. All right, they may be feeling a little anxious about this. Why? Because you walked away. One, which is not bad, because you're going towards your higher purpose. No, nobody got time for no bullshit, right? But you're going towards your higher purpose. You walked away, and on top of that, you're self-sufficient. You're independent. What do you need? You got your own thing. You can buy your own bags. You understand? You can fly out whenever you want to. You don't need no support with that, right? And you balance here, and you're okay. You're okay. You have no problem with setting standards for yourself, for your partners, for any of that. You don't mind your independence or being single because you gotten to this point where you're comfortable. And that's fine, right? Because that's where we're supposed to be. That's where spirit wants us to be. We don't, God doesn't want us to be codependent. You recovering that third party situation thing, you like, it's whatever. My heart was broken, but guess what? I'm healed. I'm healing. I'm forgiven. And I'm moving on because you don't want to hold on to that pain. Okay, so some of you, if you decided to do that, good job. Don't nobody got time to be harboring pain. 5 of Cups. Yep. Acceptance and moving on and healing from the past, pretty much. Your person was very disappointed, is disappointed, lacking here the ideas, a lot of delays, whatever. But however, they're accepting the fact that the stuff that they did in the past, whatever happened to them in the past, is the past. And they're ready to move on and do some things differently and change their own goddamn life. And in changing their life, their own life is changing yours too. If you're willing to go with them. If you're willing to change with them. Your choice, vote. Your choice. I said I was going to talk about what's going on with that last reading when it was talking about the baby mama or something. Sometimes I don't like to go into that energy. I just don't feel like it. Y'all, if it happens to come out and spirit want to talk about it, then I'll speak about it. But I don't think I want to dedicate a whole read into this. But whatever happened, right, you guys are definitely was in this, I'm just going to say was in this separation because your life getting ready to change here. Okay, but there has been a lot of I'm getting failure. Like your person has had a lot of failed plans. Okay, and it all comes in them making bad choices here. But they're improving and they're learning their lessons. They're in a lot of thought. Now, they're thinking about you a lot. All right, and there go that number 7 again. Okay, so they're thinking about you a whole lot. It's not bad thoughts because this guy has a little smirk on their face and almost looks like they're mesmerized or, happy thoughts or whatever, but they are clouded in their judgment. Some of them may feel, I don't want to say trapped. They could be trapped in their mind about what to do, right? Because again, you walked away and you're in your 9 of Pentacles energy. You're not really focusing on anything that doesn't serve you at this point. Even if it is them, no matter how much you love this person, it's just like, it's not serving me. So I'm okay. If you're not offering me anything better than less, then anything better than, what I want for myself, I'm okay. I'm content with my life and I'm good. And I'm going to keep moving forward and doing what I got to do. Thank you. Anything else? This daggone baby. This baby comes out every time. What about this baby spirit? I can't run from the baby. This child. Maybe there's some childhood traumas. No. Your person feels like they're in prison. Hold up. Let me drink. I need some liquor in this cup. Hold up. This is water. Your person, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me touch my little rose quartz and get some love in my cellulite. I come on deck. I got my seesaw and everything in front of me. Your person feels, they're thinking about you and they're thinking about this child. So your person feels like they're in prison. All right, restricted because of a child, y'all. I don't know if this is a new baby or what that has popped up here, but your person wants to partner with you regardless of this child. that your person does want, want a baby by you. They do want to have kids by you, or you may have kids by them, or they want a new child by you. Okay, but there's also probably a child that could be there in the picture here. Um, or, but however, it's like the Two of Cups is here, and they want to be able to partnership with you because y'all have a very strong connection. And maybe you're at this point here where you were hurt from this situation that they got going on, but now you have balanced that energy out. I think it was just more about the approach and how they did things here that could have caused you to walk away. Okay, but hold on one second, y'all. Jay, I'm on a computer. I'm sorry. My son keeps calling me. I'm trying to record. What's the matter? No, no, no. Okay. All right. So of course, yeah, High Priestess energy and the Four Cups in the reverse. Okay, so you definitely tapped into your higher power here and listen to your inner voice with this. This is why you came out of this contemplating energy. You gained some awareness about this situation. You already knew. You knew that your person was hiding something here, and you were trusting your intuition for this. With this, okay, and on top of that, you're choosing happiness, or you chose happiness, or you decided to accept the fact that this is what's happening with your person, because you know your person was operating in their lower self pretty much. You know they was in that King of Wands energy in the reverse, which basically means what? They was over there being playboys, okay, thinking with that thinking with the wrong head. That's all we gonna say, right? That's where they was at, right? And being arrogant, reckless, running from commitment. You already know why, because you're the High Priestess. It's not saying you accepted the energies that they were pushing off. It's just that you already know when you're spiritually connected and people are operating in their 3D self or their devil energy. This is the fuckery you'll get, right? But there's some movement that's coming in again. Remember I said earlier, your person coming in with the Chariot energy, moving fast. I mean, this is progress here that's taking place, right? Because not only did you go into your High Priestess energy, you also went into your Queen of Swords energy on top of that. So you set boundaries. All right, you set boundaries. You even probably ended the situation, and this is why the movement is starting to progress, because you did exactly what the universe wanted you to do. Like, oh my God, they made the decision. That was the right decision. Okay, you stood your ground. All right, this is why this important news is coming towards you in regards to this, and it's going to change your life, honey. You're going to be recognized within this connection. Six of Wands is straight like public recognition on top of that, right? Where you reach the victory, you get the rewards, whatever your goals are, you're achieving them. Okay, this is literally offering you success when it comes to love, a fulfilling relationship. You guys may even move in together, I'm getting, or buy a home together. This is next level shit. All right, so, wow. Anything else, right? Look at this. Emperor. They coming in as the Emperor energy. Man, they have grown up. This grown masculine energy right here. I mean, still kind of a little fudgy. I said fudgy. Still kind of a little funky with their expressing their emotions here, but they have grown up. All right, logical, know what they want. They got structure. Your person needs structure as well, is what I'm getting. They know what they want when it comes to their future here. They were in this hangman energy here because they had some burdens, responsibilities, right? And it was stressing them all out. Guess what it was? Guess what it is? The child. We've been speaking about this child for a while. King of Pentacles. So they're definitely coming in here now, mature, learning from their lessons, okay? Because they were being greedy as fuck. Excuse my French, y'all. Okay? And stubborn. Spirit wanted me to remind you of that too. And defensive. Okay. We get it. All right. But you making this personal transition for yourself encourage them to also do the same. So they're transitioning here. They were having a difficult time previously before, but now they're moving on. All right, they're moving on from the past. they're moving on from any previous connections. I'm getting that your peoples were single, but they still had, being in that King of Wands energy, they had a lot of options. Many suitors, just put it that way. Thank you. Is there anything else that you want Virgo to know in regards to the situation here? Thank you. This Mother Earth card was staring at me the whole time, and I kept saying, looking at it like, "Why are you looking at me?" And it was looking at me like, "Cause," and I'm like, "Why are you looking at me?" It's like, "Cause," and I'm sitting here like, I'm picking this card. I go shuffle the deck. Damn, Mother Earth. That's what I'm saying. That's the part where I'm trying to learn how to pay attention to those feelings and that stuff like that, because I know it's downloads that are coming from my angelic team. Not to really ignore it, but to pay attention to it. And then the guardian angel. So you are not alone. And of course, Mother Earth represents Virgo, honey, and the Empress. Again, wow, y'all are the divine feminines. Okay, let's see. Mother Earth. Let me look at the Guardian one because that just popped up first. So 102. It says, watch for signs and reminders from the angels and loved ones that they are close by. Even that last card that came out where it said you had so many different, it's a lot of spiritual activity around you. And then on that card, it was like all the different birds that had spiritual significance that help you when you're doing your spiritual journey, period, right? Now, it says, remember, they're working hard to guide you. Okay, everyone has a guardian angel who has been with them in all their past lifetimes and will be there in all of the lifetimes to come. So now that you are never alone and never will be alone, know that you are never alone or will never be alone. This card is a huge reminder that there's always help and support available to you. Your guardian angel is with you now and is here to aid you in all of your endeavors. In order to fully receive their support, you gotta ask for it first. Then surrender to the process and know that whatever unfolds will be for your highest good. Take heed to that, y'all. Even if that's your person. But I feel like your person is actually surrendering here. Surrendering to this actual connection, where before they were fighting it and running. So we got Mother Earth. Look. Mother Earth. Like, where is it? 54. All right, here we go. Where's my cup? Allow yourself to be cherished. Mother Earth is protecting you with shields of love and light. You may have felt overwhelmed or out of control emotionally recently, but you are now moving back to your natural center, and that will bring you to a place of clarity and openness. If you have felt ungrounded, know that Mother Earth is here to root you and help you regain your sense of strength. You may not feel like a child, but in the eyes of the divine, you are a child of light, and it's important you know that and feel loved. If you have had challenges with your mother or with being a mother yourself, know that the energies of mother healing, are here with you to help clear any ancestral blockages that are preventing you from making this sacred love connection. You are being guided to make choices that are based on love. This message really resonated with me, y'all, because when it says if you have had trouble with being a mother yourself, or challenges with your own mother, it really resonated with me because I do know growing up, I had, me and my mom did not really get along until I got to the age of about 21, around that age, when some of the things that I experienced in my life, she started to experience and go through with my dad. They went through a divorce when I was around that age, and it had to do with infidelity. And it was a very traumatic time for my mom. But at the same time, I was pregnant with my son. And no, I had my son. I was 21 at the time, so I got pregnant. And so he was 1 year old, and I had to separate from my son father at that time because, of course, he was very abusive, mentally, emotionally, and physically. and I moved back home with my mom. So when I was there, I experienced the pain and the heartbreak that she went through. It was my son literally that helped her. Um, and even down to me being a mother, it took us to go through that for us to build our bond and become closer. And being a mother myself at the age of 3, my son was diagnosed with medulloblastoma. It's a brain tumor. So we went through a year and a half of chemotherapy and radiation. My son will be 21 July the 3rd, y'all. So he's been cleared of that since he finished chemo and radiation at about 5, and he had to go back and do MRIs and things like that up until the age of maybe 11. All right, so only thing that he lost was high frequency hearing loss. But besides that, he's great, like no problems, and I thank God for keeping him all of this time as well. And I think about the challenges I had with that, with him, and on top of he's my only son on top of that. So it is kind of hard for me to talk about it. I haven't talked about it like really, but even later on down, I always thought that I was cursed or something. My child's father ended up being my husband, and it's a lot of things that have taken place in that situation where I just felt like my life got to be cursed, right? Or this is some type of ancestral pattern. Like, and I always would say, I don't want to end up like my grandmoms and them, all the women in my family are divorced, or, or stay with their men who treat them like shit, things like that. And I just noticed that pattern. And even down to me going to be able to have more children, I always thought, well, maybe I couldn't have any more because I wasn't supposed to have them by him, because of course he was a karmic soulmate. So I was like, maybe that was it. But then I started to learn that my body picking up on things that have been passed down through generations through my family, as far as us being women having trouble with our reproduction systems. Okay, so then it started getting to this point where I'm pushing fast forward. I'm going through women problems at the age of 32, and this is stuff that women go through at the age of 50 and 60. It's like my body on the inside started progressing and moving faster, but I ended up having an autoimmune deficiency. Premature ovarian failure is what I have. Okay, and so that ends up leading me to the point where I'll have a difficult time having a child without having assistance. So if I do want to have more children, and that has been on my mind, like I always would say, I want to be able to have more babies. I wanted 3. I wanted another one before I hit the age of 30, but now at the age of 41, getting ready to turn 42, I'm like, shit, I'm too old. Like, I ain't too old, because I do know people who got kids. My one of my best homegirls just had a baby at 40. Like, her son about to be 4 years old, I believe, this year, or 5 or 1. Oh, he about to be 4 years old this year, right? But I'm like, still, like, I'm living my best damn life. I'm the 9 of Pentacles over here, right? So like, I'm chilling. I don't know if I had more baby, so I'm good, right? But it's a part of me that's still kind of like have that part of like, oh dang, I wish I did have another child or whatever. And I know that my lover in particular, which is texting me now, also wants to have more children eventually, right? But however, it really resonated with me, and I thought about that, and I was like, wow, maybe that message was for me, right? But to still really have faith, because nothing's impossible. It ain't like I can have more children, but I would have to actually go and have the artificial. It's just too much energy. And I remember my ex-husband used to saying, if we got to do it that way and you end up having a litter of kids, fuck it, I don't want it, right? Because you end up having a lot of kids that way, and I ain't with it, right? But at the same time, I was just talking about this the other day. So y'all, I know I just went off on a whole tangent and just told y'all a whole bunch of my goddamn business. But that's what I'm here for, to be very transparent, because I know I'm not the only person who experiences things like this. But yeah, y'all, your life is getting ready to change, honey. And just keep your eyes on the bigger picture, y'all. And the bigger picture here is going to be about you, your own healing, your own self-love, your own self-acceptance, your own level up. All right, standing in your integrity here, and making good, honoring choices for yourself. All right, so remember, that's what spirit always takes us back to, ourselves. At the end of the day, we're not supposed to worry about really what's happening with our counterparts, okay? We're supposed to worry about our own healing because we have work to do, y'all. You tuned in. Apparently, you might be or must be some type of spiritualist or light worker or whatever you connect to spiritually, right? You got a mission. You got some type of spiritual gifts. I already know because Virgos, we already be tuned in, tapped in, right? But that is what we are supposed to do, y'all. This is here. It just helps us to gain some understanding so that we can have a peace of mind for a second, because we always in our goddamn heads, right? But this will help you to balance, right? Take what you need, leave what you don't need. Again, I love y'all. I thank y'all so much. I thank y'all for listening to me ramble off on my little side tantrums and stories. But don't forget, hit the like, subscribe, and share button. Peace.